This is the Austrija region in northwestern Tyrol. 32,000 people live here, surrounded by the highest mountains in the Northern Alps. It's a life that spans the divide between the traditional and the modern.
Making tradition work in today's world.
The main town in Austrija is Reuter. With a population of 6,000, it's the largest town and is the region's administrative centre. This is where we find the headquarters of the district governor, who is one of the driving forces in the local action group. Dietmar Schenak has lived and worked here for decades, and he knows the region and its people very well.
Nature's always had a big influence on people. We're on the northern side of the Alps, which means we get a lot of wet weather and we're really sensitive to the climate. I think that makes people here a bit reserved towards outsiders. But with our regional development organisation, we're trying to break down barriers.
A board meeting of the local action group. Representatives of the district communities and the 4 tourist offices get together with local business people and representatives of the chambers of economics, labour and agriculture. Half of the participants are from the public sector, the others come from private institutions or are private individuals. The board meets in different locations throughout the region. It's important to visit different places and see firsthand the projects that are being implemented.
Es ist uns tatsächlich gelungen, in den letzten Jahren Lieder populär zu machen. Die Menschen kennen uns, sie wissen über.
We've actually managed in the past few years to make Leader projects popular. The people know us and they know what opportunities the Leader Plus program offers. They come to us and tell us about their innovative ideas and ask us to help put them into practice. So the Leader program's really worked its way down to grassroots level. Hardly a month goes by without somebody coming to us with a new idea.
Mit einer innovativen Idee zu uns kommt.
The board meetings also discuss whether projects are suitable for the LEADER programme and what they contribute to the regional strategy implementation. Priority is given to projects which succeed in linking a number of different sectors, from agriculture to the arts.
Das beste Beispiel in unserer Region ist Ehrenberg.
The best example in our region is the Ehrenberg Castle Museum. Here we've succeeded in combining culture with tourism and agriculture. It's a perfect example of cross-sector cooperation, and it works really well.
Und sie ist auch sehr erfolgreich.
Ehrenberg Castle. It was built at the end of the 13th century as a border fortress to protect against invasion from the north. These days, it's invaded by visitors eager to get their hands on a historical experience.
Ja, jetzt ganz speziell bei Ehrenberg war es so, dass Ehrenberg ein sehr stark rollendes Projekt ist.
Ehrenberg was a project that kept developing gradually. It started off with renovating the building, and it wasn't until later that the ideas started coming how we could bring it all to life and market it.
Sind die Ideen gekommen, wie können wir es vermarkten, wie können wir es beleben?
As well as being a museum, Ehrenberg Castle provides a setting for a whole range of different events, from open-air concerts to celebrating a special occasion in historical style. Today, Ehrenberg is a fixed item on the tourism agenda in the region, and an example of how different regions can profit from each other.
Die Kultur hat natürlich eine
The influence of culture is really strong when it comes to reinforcing and promoting regional identity. Of course, there's great potential in the tourist business. In this project, it's about networking and bringing different people together, making sure that tourism and culture are brought together to create interesting activities and products for guests in the region.
für die Gäste der Region zusammenbringen.
Project managers from the tourist branch regularly meet their counterparts from cultural circles. They come up with new ideas, develop plans and work out how to implement them. 3 out of every 4 LEADER projects are related to tourism in the region.
The very first step is for the Austrija Regional Development Association to bring all 4 tourist regions together. We have regular meetings, and the Development Association provides support with official paperwork, processing grants, and with the accounting.
Some of the LEADER projects look beyond the region's border and focus on transnational cooperation. They're supported by the Tyrol State regional authorities.
One example is a project concerning cross-border training for cultural guides. 2 LEADER regions in Bavaria and 1 in Tyrol joined forces to train cultural guides. Since then, they've set up a cross-border association and are conducting tours on both sides of the border.
Ehrenberg Castle is a prime example of how to successfully breathe new life into the countryside. And it's not just about culture and tourism. The fortress high above Reuter also generates business for local farmers. Their produce is in demand for the catering at many events. What started as a historical renovation grew and took on new life as a rural development project. A few kilometers away, we find the community of Breitenwang and the farm run by Dorothea Hakel. She and her family raise around 50 cattle. For the past year, she has been able to sell her products in a farm shop. It's a retail outlet for around 20 farmers and provides customers with a whole range of fresh produce.
We're all really small farms, and of course it's great to be able to earn a bit extra. The people involved are all farmers who enjoy their work and who really enjoy it when their products are appreciated. And I suppose it's a small business as well.
Das Entscheidende ist, dass die Initiativen ganz stark von den Bauern, von den Bäuerinnen selber kommen.
The main thing is that the initiative comes mainly from the farmers themselves. Of course, we make occasional suggestions and ask questions so that the farmers start thinking about whether a particular product will actually sell and wondering whether it's profitable. Sometimes it's enough to simply ask the right questions. The great thing about the farmers is that they come to us with really good ideas and we help them to turn those ideas into a project.
Wir helfen ihnen dann wirklich aus dieser Idee dann ein Projekt zu machen.
One such idea was had by Peter Senflechner. He believed there was a gap in the market for ice cream made from goat's milk, and he was right. The Eerwald goat farmers' ice cream is popular not only with people who suffer from food allergies, kids love it too.
You've got to roll your sleeves up and work at it. It's not as if the customers come up to the window and order 5 litres of goat's milk.
Whether it's direct marketing or an innovative product like goat's milk ice cream, these are the projects and ideas that ensure the economic survival of the region's businesses. The quality of life in the region depends, in part, on a functional social network. This network is held together by the cooperation of 50 different organisations, ranging from Alcoholics Anonymous to the Youth Welfare Association. Rural development in Austrija also stands for social integration. This means projects like making the district offices accessible for all. People in wheelchairs can reach all floors and all departments without requiring assistance.
Die REA liefert Ideen und ist immer unterstützend und koordinierend.
The local action group gives us ideas and is always there to help and coordinate and make sure we have moral support.
Immer wieder Impulse und Durchhaltevermögen.
Whenever we get stuck, they give us fresh momentum and keep us going.
Die REA zum Weitermachen.
Die Inszenierung auch unseres Naturparks.
The Regional Development Association still has a lot of work to do in Austrija. getting people interested in new ideas and involved in new projects. If they succeed, life in the Austrifern region will keep on getting better and better.